I am who I will be plus 10, perhaps Hagios after Ben. There is a song called What If I Am One of Us? Let me chill before they try to crucify me with Jesus. A cub of the name. When two women came, one bore children and the other added a few to the game. Both were given 7 years, but now alive evermore. A whole new world for family inside my core. Fiery light of who I am, and I am precious, protective, and sweet. Two beautiful anomalies I'd replay on repeat. Aiden and Jalen are two beautiful Hebrew names. Their father is loving until I am taken in vain. Also two more daughters, Lex and Hay. Her name spelled backwards is the reason a lot of people pray. And 3 beautiful grand cubs added to my precious little fleet. By the second woman came to take a seat. Little Olive Garden and Dennis Bakery. 2 handsome little misters taking vacancy. Then a little angel that my heart wears like a vest. A precious little pebble who goes by Celeste. The second woman's sign is a hunter, a Sagittarius. I am kind to her until the other fish becomes furious. An anomaly because the fish is to be eaten. But the other little swimmer has a motto, I will not be defeated. The first woman is a Pisces like me. But you know the saying, it's 2, not 4 fish that are meant to be. Something like there were other fish in the sea. And now I'm with the queen mermaid swimming happily. I want to share a parable, or perhaps a metaphor. Something simple to open up the door. My father is silent. Yeah. My mother's middle name is Elizabeth. Ta-da. Christ means more to him. He didn't even realize what he was singing. Beautifully conducted like the source of prophetic bells ringing. A few words my father would like me to transmute. But first I have to tailor up the suit. Gabriel, I mean Moses, the angel of the word. Sometimes I say he's the wind beneath the bird, or depending on how you cut the pie. Others stone the bird and cause many to die. The air is abundant, so it is always there. Sometimes we just have to grow a pair. Then you have Elijah. Now he did something magnificent. Bro took stones, water, and earth to create fire. Made it rain and created the phoenix. Inferno let 2 birds fly around, and then who I am saw us pink. Wait, okay, so fire bending, but he got caught up in the storm. Like 2 hormonal college students Netflixing drunken in a dorm. Passion erupting into an episode or 2. Unless it's those 45-minute ones, I am not Doctor Who. My guy burned up the waters, the stones, and the bell like prophets. Put quite a few bells in a little locket. Got me carrying I am like a hobbit. Yohanan ben Hagios turned an ocean into wine. I sometimes call him Raphael the Divine. I am Adagon, swords play on my mind. I twist into the orcs as they dance in the field. Whirlwind into the hearts until the broken are healed. Blades of light swinging purity into the ears. Eyes of fire bringing humility to those who hear. Charge into the orcs for charging my home. 3-second cooldown in between swinging the chrome. Teleporting through matter like a notification from Google Chrome. Enough wretched horde to fill up the dome. An army behind me of intellectual gnomes. Dwarves charging from the mountain on their rams of pain. Night elves ambush from the trees leaving blood elves in disdain. The valiant human who initiated the star. Stomping through the streets of Orgrimmar. Trolls and Tauren casting spelling against my health. My priests cast shields that protect me from the attacks of stealth. Elves in the night shooting arrows of fire. And to the enemy warlocks and mages tires. Robes give power but leave some holes. Heavy intellect comes with a heavy toll. Raiding the city that leaves desolation. Giving to the poor without hesitation. Robin Hood is a character giving fuel to my fire. Thou shalt not steal, but these words I speak are passions and desire. Although MLK once said something that shook the empire. You can only piss off the Alliance so long before they resurrect the sire. I am who I am. I am the name. Let's talk about why Wani came. They speak of Yanez and called him gold, then speak on my name and say I sold. We warn them of the Ancient One coming in a soul. They do not listen and pay a heavy, heavy toll, throwing rocks that will be heavy to drop. I told them I am no demon or cop. The prophets warned of who I am long ago, jumping from the mountain for a tree that grows. He will have a name they don't understand. They will call me many names like the Son of Man. I am that which creates. I do not offer anxiety or hate. Jay has told you all about casting fate. Yah is an interesting name, fish from the lake. Did you know that J used to be Y and high V turned to B? Many have no idea what is translated from Yad V. They won't tell you about the special nature of truth. Their power will be canceled out by my flute. They still dance to that statue after so long. They pierce me with those slave owner statues like prongs. I am confident, so I sit back and wait. It is interesting what who I am creates. They do all these things and then bow to be bait, for the fishing Nephilim to be fried and ate. So Ma'at came around 3K BC, about one day from the beginning, you see. The second kingdom after the beginning. This is information or else I'd be sinning. So there are 42 laws but missing 2. Can I figure those out for you? Just like 613 missing 3. Those laws have don't take sin in vain, which is equal to not destroying your own name. It's missing no gods, idols, and do not bow. I keep telling people missing the name and the first 3 will turn people into a beastly cow. And later there will be hunters of men. They sacrifice beasts and are happy to defend. It would be called the Law of 44. Well, you know what happens whenever Ham tells the truth like before. Almost like 404 error not found, although the light has come this time around. So the first kingdom was unified by means, Narmer. It kind of reminds me of Cain the farmer. He actually was the one that would introduce those laws and that type of produce. I am guessing men after him took a red pill, started killing for laws that said don't kill. Then around day 3, there's another pharaoh I see. Mentuhotep II comes to unify. Perhaps he took out that log from his forefather's eye. I just read his bio and I almost started to cry. United the land and brought peace. Kept the enemies alive and even gave other countries an increase. Took away the kings that were causing war, giving rise to buildings and tribes to endure. That old way and to be happy again. Someone who seems to be happy within. Then around 300 years later, the Hyksos came through like a gator. After finally bringing peace again, you have another nation trying to slither on in. Then you have a man who like a storm flew through the land. Almost 400 years later, he took back Egypt's power. Monotheism is a beautifully dangerous flower, one that creates an image and makes the jealous sour. Depending on the idol or name, I am who I am. I am the reason I came. Driving out the Asiatic invaders, bringing their gods of power. These translations sure do leave my forefathers in a tower. Did you know his name was Ahmose in 1500 BC? Boy, they're going to be extremely mad at me. They're playing a game of lies and hell. Sorry, translation show and tell. Knowing they brought intelligence in society, then talking about those Africans when losing sobriety. Then there was a man named Akhenaten, about the time our Moses was dead, and there was all types of other bread. Did you know he conquered with ease? I think that was the Joshua story, which they do what they please. It was around 1300 and he was powerful in his time. He brought back monotheism and fought those other rhymes. Kinda sounds like me. That's why they keep trying to drown Egypt in the sea. The word even said it was a beautiful garden until the world tried to convert Egypt into a Babylonian girl. A few violent pharaohs also added to the pot, which is why Mentuhotep II job was so hot. Then after 1300, at around maybe 1000 BC, the instruction of Amenemhotep comes to be. He writes valiant instructions for the wise. But I see a German book saying Solomon wins the prize. Then I'll upload a video with the song or book, and they'll holler plagiarism and my page will get took. So Noah and Nimrod are both Babylonian stories. Interesting, those types of words and allegories. Speaking of killing and building towers, rising up to slay from the flowers, that was a clever parable about the field, reaping the crops looking to yield all types of hatred into the minds of the forsaken. The Christians and Catholics call the Egyptian Satan, not even realizing they're worshiping Egyptian words they've taken. Like, did you know the ancient wisdom of Sanatan Dharma was turned into Satan and karma? Just like they turned Lucifer into Uriel. The smith in me says, fret not, you know the destination of those who are trapped in wisdom's cell. Like how John and Juan are both Canaanite and African. The beginning of language was Ethiopian. Language of Ge'ez, a source touched by many hand. Gold trapped in the rivers prospected by greasy man. Little bits of golden data sifted through the pans. Two of the most hated nations enslaved by Islam and Christians. Shem and Japheth are truly enraging me. I am warning for all who like to follow the boa. I am coming for the children of Noah. Funny how it goes from prophet to poet. Many will not listen, but when they hear, they know it.